So to those of you who have been following the server lore for a while, you are probably familiar with the character ClukCluk. You might also know some of the other bits of server lore that can be found around the Disasters minigame. But if you don't know the lore, I'll give you a brief overview with a couple of extra details that aren't in the Disasters minigame. I'm going to quickly swap over to a different world to help better explain what I'm talking about. Okay, we're going to use this as a bit of an example. So back in the old server, if you aren't aware, Lunar Parks used to be a different server called Fire Ice. The server used to be hosted on a server miner server, but it got moved over to a custom server that me and Ivy built, which let me do bigger and cooler things than anything I could have ever accomplished on the server miner server. But in terms of lore, the old server and the current server are two different worlds. Like, take for example, maybe this one was the server miner server and this one is the current server. They were two different worlds. Now, when I was moving everything over, I made sure to I tried to make sure that every detail on the old server got smoothly carried over to the other server before I started improving on things, like making a better Disasters game, did some major improvements to the dungeon, for example. I tried to make sure that everything got transferred over smoothly, but there was someone who I don't know if you've met yet. I think you have met them already, but if you haven't, I'm sure you will be meeting them soon. They got in the way a little bit, and while I was able to get pretty much everything smoothly transferred over, there was one major area, I think, that didn't quite go as smoothly as I would have liked. And that would be Alfredrick. Now, that person that was causing problems for me, it opened Alfredrick's eyes to the other, which is the plane of existence between the worlds. No, sorry. Alfredrick was able to look through the other and saw the old server dying. He saw the two servers for what they truly are, and that has had some pretty significant consequences that you can find in the lore books. However, the lore books have gone pretty unnoticed by all of the players. I think only a handful of people actually know they exist, and probably even fewer actually know where they are. So I'm going to be making a video on all of that lore that will be coming out hopefully sometime in January. But I need your help with that. ClukCluk resides in the other. It is a dimension that he took over and shaped to his likeness. If you read the lore books, there are beings in the other that chant his name, and that's what people hear when ClukCluk is heading towards their dimension. So I need to make that chant. So I need as many people as possible to send me clips where they are chanting "All Hail ClukCluk" to the email on screen, or you can send it in the Discord server, which is in the link below. So what I need you to do is pretty simple. On screen, there's going to be some text saying "All Hail ClukCluk" at roughly the correct pace that I would need. When everyone sends me clips of them saying these words, I will edit them together to sound like a massive crowd. So it should be pretty simple. Let's get started. All hail ClukCluk. All hail ClukCluk. All hail ClukCluk. So just send me some recordings of you saying that at roughly the same pace, and if you have other friends who might be interested in helping out with that, the more the merrier, basically. More people that send me clips of them chanting that, the more realistic the chant will sound as like a giant crowd. So again, just send them to the email, which is both on screen and in the description below, or join the Discord server and send it there. And make sure you subscribe to be notified when that lore video gets released. I'll see you then. Bye.